Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Zach Slinger. It's been a while since I posted a video, and I thought this could be the perfect segue into a controversial topic here. So today we're going to discuss the new Fender Standard Series that is manufactured in Indonesia, and I'm excited to say that I acquired the Candy Cola version. And now this was originally a HSS, and you'll see that I converted this. Now, before we get into this, first of all, this color Candy Cola I have been after for a very long time, and historically this color was only offered on a USA guitar or custom shop. Candy Apple is very common, but Candy Cola, which is a little darker and has a bit of an orange tint when the sun hits it, is a much rarer color to find. So that right there was the reason for I've got to get one of these. Okay, now let's talk about the controversy with this, and I'm going to debunk a lot of what I feel is horse shit that has been said. So, like any guitar, when you purchase it, it is going to have things that you're going to have to fix. It's going to need a setup, okay? That's for any guitar. I've even paid, I've played $1,000, like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 Sur guitars, Gibson Custom Shop, Paul Reed Smith, also custom shop Fenders that still will need a setup. They're not gonna always 100%. It is extremely rare that even a custom shop guitar is going to come fully shipped to the specs that you, the player individually, are going to say works for you. Everybody will need their guitar set up. That could be string height, that could be intonation, that could be changing pickups, that could be tone pots getting changed out, that could be changing pickup configurations, tuning pegs, all of that. Truss rod adjustments, everything can be looked at, okay? So this guitar, let's dive into this. So this is a HSS originally, okay? It does not have a swimming pool cavity. It's the HSS. And this is the stock pickup. This guitar is just a single roll up the volume and rock out. So for me, the pickup is fine. Now, some people might bitch because it's a ceramic, not Alnico pickup, but ceramic pickups by nature are hotter, so the output's already going to be there for gain, which is what I'm using this for, is for punk, hard rock, and metal. It's fine. It doesn't hiss, it doesn't scream, it doesn't sound chimey, it doesn't sound like shit like everybody else is saying. And it really pisses me off how these so-called guitar players in YouTube community want to do a dick measuring competition with their USA custom Strat that shits on this Indonesian. No, I'm not being paid to say this. No, this guitar was not sponsored by me. This is my honest opinion. Okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to say about this guitar is that the neck on this thing is impeccable. It plays insane, and the more you play it and the neck breaks in, it goes from a nice sanded matte finish to a semi-gloss, which is, in my opinion, and I think others feel this way, is a killer thing for a guitar as it ages. It feels great, plays nice and smooth, just like butter. Okay, now when I got this, it did need a setup. The action was high, the bridge did not sit flush, it was way up and cocked, so I had to adjust the springs in the back and get it to be where I want it. Now the saddles are a matte finish. They're aluminum, I believe. They feel great. I think that they're honestly fine, and it lowered just fine with the screws that came in there. And I don't use a whammy bar anyway. It comes with one, but it's perfect. I also blocked it so that it's like a hardtail. It's perfect. It's great. I set up the intonation and it's perfect. Okay. Now the fretboard on this is killer as well. Okay. It's not actual rosewood. you know, but more guitars these days don't really come with roses. But you know what? At first glance, it looks really nice, and there's a very nice grain in it too. Like, it's a killer slab on there. Honestly, it plays good. The fret markers are like a clay imitation. They feel and look like the real thing, so who's really gonna give a shit? And there's the Fender logo. They went with a black logo, which I really like. Now, here's the next thing, is that everybody's saying that these Mexican Strats from the 90s and early 2000s, you know, are so much better than these new Indonesian. Well, what I really like is they went with this like walnut style truss rod cover there, and usually they're black, and this usually comes on like a Fender USA. So kudos to Fender for doing that. They actually did a really good job adding that feature. It's little cosmetic things like that that me as a consumer, and I'm sure others are going to really gravitate to. So, you know, Fender, that's really cool, especially on an Indonesian guitar. The nut is nice. It was sanded down and cut perfectly nice and thin. I didn't have to file the nut down or anything, and there's no choking with the strings. Usually you have tuning instability when the strings get slightly pinched, even by a fraction. I don't have that problem. The tuners, they're branded Fender. You know what? Honestly, they're fine. You tune it up, you play it. I've got this in E flat. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The tuning stability, if you set up the guitar and you intonate it and you adjust the action to where it needs to be, it's gonna play fine, even on a $100 cheap Chinese guitar, okay? And the guitar has a nice weight to it too. It's got a very nice weight to it. You know, there's all this talk about, oh, well, it's not a one piece or two piece, this is a bunch of slabs put together. Well, I don't see it because of the nice paint finish, and I can give a shit less because the tone is in the fingers. So really it comes down to the neck, is where a guitar player lives. Okay, the body is a nice cosmetic, but the neck is where guitar players live. Okay, so yeah, listen, this thing's killer. Don't let the news and people sway you from this guitar. They say that the Squires and the classic vibes are much better. This is above the Squire, any Squire. It is. It honestly is. The frets are better, they're better manufactured on this than any Squire, including the classic vibe, okay? Now, while this may not feel like a USA or even a Mexican, say, Player Plus Strat, because those are built very good, very nice necks and frets on it, it is still a step above the Squires. So this sits right above the Squire Classic vibe, and just slightly below the Player Plus. It's still a Fender, it still plays phenomenally well, and at the end of the day, the craftsmanship and quality is still supervised by Fender at the Indonesian market. And a lot of these Core-Tech facilities that these get built at, there's nothing wrong with the guitar. It's built really, really good. In fact, this has become my #1 guitar right now. Like, it sounds killer, and like, look at it, it's an eye turner. It honestly is an eye turner. So my suggestion is, if you're looking for a Fender and you're looking for something that's not gonna, you know, break the bank, or maybe you've got like an Epiphone Les Paul, a couple of them or something, and you wanna, you know, go to a Fender, trade them in. I trade gear all the time, you know, that's how this thing was acquired. Trade stuff, barter stuff, whatever you gotta do. But even if you buy this is going to still be under $1,000 in Canada. That's Canada, where it's like, you know, $1 American is like 3 cents Canadian. No, it's not that bad, but you get what I'm saying. But no, honestly, go for it. And the other thing I like is that this headstock, look at the gloss on that. That's another nice feature. That's a very nice feature, you know? So yeah, you know, tell me, what do you guys think? Leave a comment. If you've been following my channel for a long time, I've been guilty of being accused of being extremely controversial and saying way too many blunt and harsh statements. But hey, I say it how it is. I'm not a snake, and I'm going to say exactly what me as the consumer and player is feeling. This is a terrific guitar. Terrific guitar. For a first-time guitar player, to get this guitar, you're laughing. The first guitar I had was a Vantage that I got from a pawn shop, and the action was literally like 3 inches high. And that's probably why I became such a good guitar player with barring off chords, because I had to build the muscle in it. But you understand what I'm saying. Now, me, I'm an intermediate advanced. I'm a session guitar player. And I can tell you, I take this now with me. Legit, like this is my #1 guitar, and it plays fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. If you're interested, the pick guard, I got this from Amazon and it was only like 10 bucks and they shipped it to me in 3 days. It's great. It's so easy to mod. This is a great modding platform. It's kind of got that like Tom DeLonge-esque feel to it, like a super strat. And I absolutely love it. This is going to be with me for a very, 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 very long time. Very long time. So anyway, leave your comments, like and share. New exciting things always coming from yours truly, the Axe Slinger. So remember to keep it heavy and remember to stay classy. All right, everybody. Cheers.